Not only am I going to speak a little bit louder and directly at the computer, but I've also turned up my input levels, and so the audio on this should be better than the previous videos. And what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, the box assembly. I've created a new file in Onshape, and I just called it box assembly. And I'm going to rip right through how to build the parts to the box and how to assemble them in case you were not able to be here for the explanation in class, or if you just need something to reference. I do suggest you try this out on your own, but if you run into trouble, come back here, or if you don't really know where to start or how to start it, then just, then follow along with me. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is work in Part Studio 1, and first and foremost, I have a box right in front of me that I'm looking at, and it's got a back, and I'm going to draw the back on the front plane because that will sort of be the orientation of the back. I'm going to draw the two sides of the box. Actually, I'm just going to draw one of the sides. More on that in a moment. I'm going to draw a side on the right plane because that's the orientation of where the side will be. And both the top and the bottom of the box will be in this plane here, the top plane. I'll just go ahead and start with the top plane. I'm going to draw just the top and the bottom. I only have to draw it once because when I import it into an assembly file in a few minutes, I can just do it twice and it's the same part. So why draw it twice? I'm going to look right at the plane I'm drawing on. I'm going to sketch on it, and I'm going to just simply choose this square, this rectangle tool, and just go ahead and create a rectangle. And I know that I want this rectangle to be 5 inches wide. It's the top and the bottom. And I want it to be 4 inches, 5 wide and 4 deep. Okay. I'm going to extrude it. We all know that the thickness of the foam board is 1/4 inch. And there's my top and my bottom. And that was pretty quick. Now, it's good form. This won't be a very complex assembly file, but sometimes they get it complex. And let's get in good habits. Let's go ahead and name this, right? Rename it. Don't call it Part Studio 1. I don't want to get confused later. Let's go ahead and call it top and bottom. It's both pieces. Okay. Now, I need to draw the back and the side, one of the sides. I'm going to create a new Part Studio. And I think I'll draw one of the sides. The side is going to go on this in this orientation. And I'm going to look right at the right plane. And I'm going to I'm going to sketch on the right plane and grab my rectangle tool. And let me think. The back was 4 inches long, but only 3.5 tall. I said back, I meant side. The side is 4 inches deep and 3.5 tall, and it is also, as are all the parts, 1/4 of an inch thick. So you could write it 1/4 or 0.25. Either way it works. 1/4 inch, hit my green check, and again, what did I just draw? I just drew a side. Let's not get confused here. So this is side. I only have to do one more drawing. And so I'm going to create a third Part Studio. This will be the back, right? So the back, if the top and the bottom are on this plane, here and above here for the top and the bottom, and the left and the right sides are on this plane, well, the back is going to be out back here. I'm going to look right at it. I'm going to choose my sketch tool and my rectangle tool, and the back is, well, the whole box is 5 wide, so the back is 4.5 inches wide. And the whole box is 4 inches tall, so the back is 3.5 inches tall. And it is 1/4 inch thick. All right, and I'm going to name it back. Now I'm ready for my assembly. Okay, so I've got all the parts I need. Sometimes it's fun to color them. I don't know. Let's go ahead, Todd. I'm just going to be quick about this. I want to make this beautiful. I like beautiful things. I think I'll double click on that, and I think I'll make the top and the bottom yellow. Bam. I think I'll make the sides, I don't know. What do you think? Oh, purple, you say. I like it. Let's go with purple. Purple, maybe that purple right there. I like it. Here we go. Check. The sides are purple, and the back, well, let's do this one named after AC/DC, right? Back is black. The back is black. I had a snack. Oh my gosh, I better be quiet, or you just might attack. Hold on, the back. I'm just going to do the back. Black. Back is black. There we go. Bam! Ooh, that is black. That's so black. It's almost like looking into a black hole. Let's not do that's too dark. It's kind of weird looking. Let's just go with that one there. A little bit of reflectivity to it. There we go. And why did I do that? No good reason. Just because my assembly will look cooler. Now, then you click on assembly. Okay, and you go up here and you insert parts. I just need one back. I click on it once. I go out here. I click on it out there. I back out so I can see it well. I need two sides. Click on it once. Click on it twice. I'm just putting them in the approximate locations. Waiting on shape. Here we go. There's the sides. I need a top and a bottom. Top and a bottom. I like the colors because it just helped me like really see, where the different parts are and which ones are the different parts. I kind of line stuff up before I made it together. I just get it in the rough orientation that I want, so that later I just don't make silly mistakes and click the wrong thing to the wrong thing. But I'm going to go ahead and use a mate command. So you can drag these together and make it look like it's a box, and they'd all be on top of each other. But as soon as you grabbed one side, it would all just come apart. So basically, we need to just glue these together. And the glue is up here. Here's one type of glue. That removes all freedom between two objects, meaning it bonds them together in all three dimensions. This is if you need something to revolve or rotate, right, like an axle or something. You don't want an axle to go up or down or back and forth, but you do want it to go around in circles. A slider mate, same idea. If you want something to slide back and forth in an assembly but not have other degrees of freedom, you use that one. And to mate planes to other planes, you can use that one. Here's a cylindrical mate and pin slot mate and a spherical mate, or a ball mate as it's called here. And this is a parallel mate. But we're just going to use this one here. Now the key with the fasten mate is this. As you mouse over things, you see this indicator light up. If I click this edge right here, it would mate the middle of this feature, like right there, to whatever I clicked next, where the indicator was next. So let's go up here and think about this. Let's go with the back, because if we attach everything to the back, well, then it won't move, and we can do it with just 1, 2, 3, 4 different mates. I want this edge of this back piece. I want that indicator. We just got weird looking for a sec. I want that indicator to be facing that way. Right? And I click that edge, and I want that edge to be mated to that edge there. And I hit the green check. Let me show you what happens if I do it wrong, just so you have a perspective here. I'm going to do one that's wrong right now, and then I'm going to exit out. I click here, and look, the indicator's way off to the right. And then I click here, and the indicator's in the middle, and it puts it there. But we don't want the edge, the end to be in the middle, clearly, right? So you got to be careful where the indicator is, and the mate turns off. So I click it back on, and I'm going to make sure that my indicator is here. Now the back rests upon the bottom, so this edge is going to meet this edge. Click. And here, let's make another mistake. Let's see. I choose that and that. What happens? Oh shoot, that's not right, right? I chose the indicator was not in the right place. It flipped it over and put the indicator where I chose my second spot to be. So let's X out of there, turn our mate back on, and let's do it properly. Right? So this is a side that slides back. This inner edge matches that outer edge. Take a look at the physical box if that confuses you. But these sides go all the way back. So that edge meets this edge. You see that? That inner edge of the purple piece meets the outer edge of the black piece here. The inner edge of the purple meets the outer edge of the black. The inner edge of this purple piece gets glued to the outer edge of this black piece. And with 4 mates, I don't need number 5, I'm done. With 4 mates, this box is constrained, fully constrained. Right? I can grab it and the whole box moves. None of these parts are free to move by themselves. I basically just glued it together. Right? That's what the fasten mates do up here. They stick things together. Right? And when you don't want them to move at all, in any direction, or slide, or rotate, or anything, you either go with fastened mate. Sometimes planar might be necessary, but let's go with fasten until we need planar for this kind of business. So there it is, an assembled box. The next thing you're going to do is go here, create a drawing, ANSI A inchpaper.dwt, click, and your drawing file opens up, and I'm going to insert, right? But I don't want to insert parts, the back, the side, the bottom. I don't want to insert parts. I want to insert the assembly that I just did. I'm going to choose that assembly, and the view orientation is front, and front view goes here. Isometric goes up here. I'm going to click here and drag up, staying aligned, and that's the top view. Now I'm going to click out, I'm going to escape out of this tool. See my little cursor, I've got the tool on. I clicked out of it. Now I don't have the tool on. And I right click on this and I show shaded view. And it shades it for me. And I grab my dimension tool and I say, okay, well, from here to here should be 4 inches, and indeed it is. Okay. And from here, this is the width, to here, that's 5 inches. And that's looking at the front here. So those 2 indicators are how wide it is and how tall it is. But what about this dimension, how deep it is? Well, here's the top view, so that's this dimension here, 4. Now, we could go ahead and label all these parts as being 1/4 inch thick, but that would get messy. It's also very common to just put a note here. If all the materials, for instance, are the same size, we can go ahead and write material thickness. We'll fix the font in a second. Material thickness is 1/4 of an inch. And what we can do is we can actually drag this. And I'm going to choose all of that stuff in there. It's very small. And 0.12, it's not giving me any other options. I'm going to double the size though. I'm going to type in 0.24. And I'm going to hit check. And there. And there's a completed multi-view drawing. And then I could just go right over here and take a snapshot of this. And there's a multi-view drawing that's ready for submission, sitting on my desktop, right there, ready to load into Schoology for another awesome grade. Okay, very good. That's it for now. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.